So we got a bunch of stuff that we need to discuss today because a lot of people are asking questions about food. What is going on with food prices? What is going on with nutrition assistance? Is SNAP EBT going to give us additional money every single month, or is it going to reverse and go down? Yeah, those are the real concerns. Well, I want to address this because the latest report just out this week is saying that an average family of 4 people is now going to cost more than $300 per week just to afford food. That means for a family of 4, it's going to cost $1,200 a month. That's for the average family. Now, let me ask you this. Could you afford $1,200 every single month for a family of 4? Most people are going to say no, absolutely not. Now, what I can tell you is this is very scary because food isn't a want, it is a need. It's a requirement. It's a necessity. So, here's what I can tell you. There are a handful of states that are still sending out the SNAP emergency allotment. This is that $95 per month boost. I want to read you the states that are currently sending this out. We have Alabama, California, Colorado, District of Columbia, Hawaii, Illinois, Kansas, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Michigan, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Washington, West Virginia, and Wisconsin. Those are the states that are still sending out the $95 per month boost. This is that emergency allotment for January. Now, we do not know who's going to send out what for the month of February, but what I can tell you is that one state is already saying they are going to end this benefit as of January 31st. Look at this. So, right here you can see the extra SNAP benefits being cut off for many in South Carolina. South Carolina, they say the DSS says emergency funds will stop by January 31st, 2023. Starting February, receipts get monthly SNAP benefits, and then you can view it right here, benefitsportal.dss.sc.gov. Now, what do I want to address with that? Here's the thing. Many states are going to be ending this emergency allotment very soon. The expectation is that the states are going to be doing this mainly because we are moving out of this public health emergency. Now, I do want to bring up one thing. There's still a worry about COVID, and a report out just today, I'll see if I can pull that up, but a report out just today said this current virus, the current transmission that we are facing, this could be the most transmissible variant of COVID that we have seen so far. And here's another thing. Officials are actually very concerned. Officials concerned with post-holiday surge as COVID RSV cases rise. Now, why are officials so concerned? They're concerned because guess what? We haven't been pushing the COVID vaccines. We haven't been pushing mask mandates. We haven't been pushing 6 feet separation. Right? People are back in school. We're not wearing masks. We're not doing a lot of these things. But here's the issue. We're also not funding additional things for COVID, right? Remember that big omnibus bill? Yeah. Remember, what was in there for COVID? Yeah. So that's kind of the issue. Is moving forward, we may be pulling out of this public health emergency simply because, well, why not? Why not pull out of it if people aren't going to get the vaccine? If we are pretty much out of the pandemic, right? Or that pandemic. Now the worry is the next one, the next pandemic. And if you're not sure exactly when is the next pandemic or what to expect, well, go and watch this video right here, okay? Go and watch this one. It's called The Next Pandemic. Bill Gates and the World Health Organization give us a date. That will give you a good idea of when is the next pandemic supposed to be. But the worry is we got to get out of this one first before the next one starts. Now, that's why a lot of states could be pulling their funding because we could see the public health emergency end. Now, here's another worry having to do with, obviously, payments, right? But this actually really impacts people on Social Security. States warn increase in Social Security payments could reduce SNAP benefits. That's an issue. It's a huge, huge issue, okay? Because now that the Social Security recipients have received was an 8.7% cost of living adjustment, the average across the board, people are going to get about $140 extra per month. This could reduce their SNAP benefits. At the same time, food costs are going through the roof. Let me know what it costs in your area. But what I was seeing is on December 31st, 2022, okay, so about a week ago, December 31st, 2022, egg prices in many locations were like $2.99, $3.99 a dozen. Then the calendar flipped to 2023, and the same people sent me or commented again the next day saying, guess what? Egg prices are now $5.99, $7.99, $4.99. They went up like $2 a dozen in the matter of just one day. That's concerning. That's very, very concerning. But I do have some good news not for people on Social Security, but for children very soon. Here's what we know. There's a omnibus bill. This is omnibus. It's a $1.7 trillion bill that was passed back in December. This bill is going to provide additional relief for children. Okay. Now, here's what this is going to do. Let me scroll down, see if I can find it really quick. Here it is right here. You can see what this is going to do is this is going to provide low-income families with a $40 grocery benefit per child per month, adjusted for inflation. This is going to happen, but it's not going to happen this year. Okay, this would actually begin in the summer of 2024, simply because we still have a program that will pay for 2023. The other one is right here. The bill would allow families in rural areas to get school meals delivered during the summer rather than having to pick up on site, which can be difficult in regions where schools draw students from many miles away. And rather than requiring meals to be consumed at school, this is a big one, kids can take home or get delivered up to 10 days worth of meals at one single time. That is huge. That is a big, big benefit right there. All right. Now, here's one thing I want to be very clear on. Why am I so worried about nutrition assistance, SNAP benefits, right? Even WIC, women, infant, children. The reason for this is simple. I keep seeing food prices go up. This is eggs, this is meat, this is fruits and vegetables. I'm seeing shortages in certain areas, and for those of you that are saying, wow, there's no shortages in my area. First off, thank God there's no shortages in your area, because in certain parts of the country we are seeing shortages, and one of the ways you'll know there's a shortage is because prices are going to go up. That's it. That's how we see a shortage. Remember, prices are based off supply and demand. If we have a lot of demand and very little supply, think, for example, the Sony or the PS5, right? Just think about that. When there was only so many PlayStation 5s available and demand was through the roof when they first came out, guess what? They weren't going for $500. They were going for like $1,500 on the secondary market, because people would buy them and flip them for 3 times their amount, simply because there's so much demand but so little supply. It's the exact same thing. It's like homes. You go to buy a home and 50 people want that exact house, guess what? The price is going to go up. But if you're the only buyer, guess what? The price is going to go down because you can dictate the price. That's essentially what we're getting with food prices all across the United States. Whether it's meat, vegetables, fruits, it doesn't matter, right? We are not really able to dictate the price because there's so much demand, but the supply is down here. Till there's a balance, well, who knows when that's going to be. But the expectation is for 2023, we are still going to see food prices going up. All right. So As soon as we get more information as to what is coming out for the American people as far as nutrition assistance, pandemic EBT, SNAP benefits, food stamps, and so much more, I promise I will fill you in on all the latest news and updates. Again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.